Disclaimer: this content is for educational and informational purposes only. It is not financial, investment, tax, or legal advice, and I am not a licensed financial advisor. The opinions shared in this video are my own and are based on my personal investing journey and experiences. Always do your own research and consider consulting a qualified financial professional before making any investment decisions. Investing involves risk. The value of investments can go up or down and could lose some or all of your invested principal. Past performance does not guarantee or predict future results. Nothing in this video should be interpreted as recommendation to buy, sell, or hold any security. You are solely responsible for your own investment decisions. Hello, and welcome to Always Be Investing. Today's lesson is that the NASDAQ listing does not equal ETF ownership. Today's headline is that SKHynix comes to NASDAQ. Yesterday's connection: BlackRock's new IQQ NASDAQ ETF. We're also going to cover the third $100 into VTI, the connection, yesterday versus today. Two headlines, one investing lesson. Yesterday, BlackRock launched IQQ, a new low-cost ETF tracking the NASDAQ 100. Today, SKHynix lists on NASDAQ. It's a major foreign chip company, becomes easier for U.S. investors to buy. Does trading on NASDAQ mean an ETF owns it? Three words students mix up: exchange, index, ETF. They are not the same thing. An exchange is the marketplace where shares trade. Example is the NASDAQ. Index is a rule-based list of securities. Example, NASDAQ 100 or NASDAQ Composite. ETF, the fund you actually buy. It tries to track an index. Do not stop at where does it trade. Ask, what index is my ETF tracking? Today's headline: where SKHynix fits. Important company, different wrapper. SKHynix is a South Korean memory chip company, AI infrastructure supplier, now available on ADR, American Depository Receipt. That means that any U.S. investor can trade it. An ADR is a U.S. traded receipt tied to foreign shares. It can make buying a foreign company easier, but it does not turn that company into a U.S. company. The answer: is SKHynix inside IQQ today? No. NASDAQ listing alone is not enough. IQQ tracks the NASDAQ 100. NASDAQ 100 has rules. NASDAQ listed, non-financial, selected by index methodology, liquidity and ranking rules matter. ADRs can be eligible, but eligibility is not automatic ownership. Important twist: NASDAQ 100 methodology allows ADRs, including non-primary ADRs, but being allowed through the door is not the same thing as being selected today. The broad NASDAQ fund. Is there a total NASDAQ ETF? The closest answer is Fidelity ONEQ. ONEQ is the Fidelity NASDAQ Composite Index ETF. It tracks the NASDAQ Composite, a much broader NASDAQ index than the NASDAQ 100. It's still not the total U.S. market. ONEQ is broader than IQQ, but narrower than VTI. The ownership ladder. A company passes through layers before it reaches your ETF. A listing creates access, an index creates selection, an ETF creates ownership. Fund comparison: VTI versus IQQ versus ONEQ. Same brokerage screen, very different exposure. VTI owns eligible U.S. stocks. SKHynix today? No, it's the core U.S. market. IQQ is the NASDAQ 100. It owns large, eligible, non-financial NASDAQ companies. SKHynix today? No, not automatically. Big NASDAQ giants. ONEQ, NASDAQ Composite. It owns broad NASDAQ listed universe. SKHynix today, verify holdings before claiming ownership. Broad NASDAQ exposure. Beginner rule: choose the fund based on the exposure you want, not the headline of the day. Why I still buy VTI today. The headline teaches the lesson. The contribution builds the habit. Headline: SKHynix, NASDAQ, AI chips, IQQ, ONEQ. Discipline: another $100 into VTI. The show is not chase every headline. The show is learn every day, invest consistently. That is the difference between entertainment and a long-term investing system. And here we are. Today's action: buy another $100 of VTI. We're at $300, and our current value is $300.76. Wrap up. Today's one-sentence lesson. Simple enough to remember, useful enough to repeat. A stock can trade on NASDAQ without being owned by every NASDAQ ETF and without being owned by VTI. Check the ETF, check the index, check the rules. Educational content only. This is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. Markets can go down. Past performance does not guarantee future results. Do your own research and consider speaking with a qualified professional. Follow Always Be Investing everywhere. We're on YouTube, X, Instagram, and TikTok. ABI, Always Be Investing. Learn daily, invest consistently. I'll see you next week.